Well, happy Saturday morning, YouTube. So we've got a lot of content coming your way today. I've got a lot that I'm going to do around the house. But before we really get deep into a video this morning, I just needed to share a little irony that I didn't realize until this morning. So those of you that watched yesterday's video saw me put in a new kitchen sink because our old one was hammering. It was having some major issues. I'd say rubber gaskets got caught up in the lines, but needed a new one. So I went and, in my true fashion, probably spent an hour at Home Depot trying to figure out what to get. So I got the new one put in, and you can see it here in the background. She absolutely loves it. It's the kind of the high rise. Yes, ignore the dirty dishes off to the side. I didn't get them all done last night, but it's got the high rise. It's given her about an extra 6 inches of clearance over the sink for washing. I went with the brushed stainless because the chrome just didn't kind of go with everything else we had, and you know, she absolutely loves it. I checked with her this morning. It's smooth, it's easy, it was a simple installation, but what I needed to share with you this morning is the irony in this. So I did buy a Moen faucet. Out of all the ones I picked, I wasn't really paying attention to any of the model numbers, and so the irony with this is the model of this faucet is, let's see if I can get into it here, the Noel faucet. This is not a sponsored video, but it is an irony that it is a Noel faucet. So I guess it was destined to be one she would like. And with that said, that's my Saturday morning humor, irony. And I'm off to the basement to get some work done down there. I've got about 12 hours today that I can bring it together. And I know I really wanted it done last weekend, but it just didn't happen. I decided to paint some shelves. I'm going to show you a few things here, but I decided to paint some shelves. And, well, when you go from black to white, it takes a couple coats, and paint can only dry so fast. So I'll go down and show you kind of where we're at. Alright, so here are a couple of things I've got to work on. So the stairwell, absolutely no railings, not exactly safe, and I know that, but I'm going to work on that today. And I can see all the way into the back of the basement, and that is supposed to be my understair storage, so I've got that to work on. I've got all the videotapes and a drill, because you know that goes well with videotape. This is going to be my challenge. So we have this electrical box over here that I have to build a cover for, and it's a very odd size. So I had a storage cabinet hanging over that, but the clearance from the couch would make somebody actually hit their head on the storage unit, so I'm not going to do the storage unit. The shelves are painted, but they need to get filled. I got a few videotapes up. The cabinet for the entertainment is all framed out. I got a little bit of work to do on that. But these videotapes that I just mentioned, I have got to find a place that we're going to be able to store those, because I'm not going to be able to put that cabinet up. I still have this whole back area, which I probably will not get to today. But it needs finished. And then, of course, at some point in life, we will do this horrendous carpet. And I still have the picture frame for the projector. Can't get it all in one shot. But I got a lot of framework and stuff to do there. And here's my pantry. Pantry's about the only thing down here that really is done right. But I did that a while ago. So, my beautiful work in progress. It is a mess. We're going to fix it up, and we're going to move on with our day. Alright, so I thought I would show you just one of the things that kind of slowed me down last weekend that I hadn't anticipated running into, and that is my sump well. So, those of you that have seen the previous video know that I pulled this all the way out and I cut it to actually fit so I could get the couch in. But what I ran into is, in the sump well, they didn't do anything to seal the drywall up. They didn't do anything to kind of seal this wooden lid, and it has been warping something fierce because of the amount of humidity that's in there. So I've got it flipped over right now, and it has one coat of Kills on it. So what I'm going to try to do here is just seal this up. I've got an actual varnish sealer I'm going to put on it next, and the goal is to keep the humidity from soaking into the wood and keeping it from warping and bowing, which makes it look funky, and it's really not good for it in the end. So I'm going to work on that. Let me take this lid off here. Alright, so I got the lid off. I want to give you a look on the inside here. So I did 3 coats of Kills on the wall, so I cleaned the walls up, put 3 coats of Kills down in there, cleaned it all up under there. I still need to replace the battery backup, but even just from an odor control, this has been a really smart move that we did. It's just much fresher down here. And it's just because the drywall just absorbs the moisture, and again, just for long term, I think it was a better move. Whew, and it is cold out here, so I will not be outside too long, but I wanted to show you a couple things going on out here. So these 2x4s I actually picked up using a Home Depot gift card that we had from credit card points, so we'll be using those in the basement. But my neighbors across the street are getting ready to move, so they gave me the rest of all of this wood, which is a lot of 2x2 and some miscellaneous pieces. So I'm going to be using that in a lot of the work that I'm doing today. And then I guess one man's trash is another man's treasure. There's some odd cuts here, some mid-sized 2x4s and some 2x6 and some 2x8. And my goal is to use this stuff. I think a lot of it will work well under the stairwell. But I think this is just something that these odd cuts and then a lot of shims. As you know, I still have a door to put in. Oops, you can't see the shims. I got a box of shims from the neighbor across the street when he was doing his floor, and I still have a door to put in. So there's some opportunity for me to not have to go and buy those, which is good. So we're going to just reuse. I'll get another view of this pile over here. So it's a lot of subfloor and just miscellaneous pieces. There's some longer 2x4s in there. Can't really see very well. There we go. But my plan is with these 2x4s that I've got left over, they're not 2x4x8s, they're miscellaneous cuts. Get my shot of my totally messy garage. My neighbor's ladder's in here from where I've been working on the roof, and I've just got stuff piled everywhere. So as I do my work today, all of that should start to get cleaned up and thinned out. I still have my door that needs to go in downstairs. I'm going to get that out of here this weekend and get it in play. But yeah, I got a lot of cutting and miscellaneous things to do, so I'm glad it'll be up close to 50 today. Pop the garage door up and get all my cuts done and start getting this stuff put together. And oh yeah, with my Home Depot gift card, yep, there's my drywall. So that should be enough for me to do the stairwell and the closet and the area where the refrigerator freezer goes. And I might still have a little bit left over when all is said and done. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Hello everybody, happy Saturday. Charles already did an intro, so I don't really gotta do an intro here. I just gotta say hey. So I spent my morning trying to finish all my meal prepping, meal planning for our monthly haul that we are doing next week. I will probably go Friday with Kate to Trader Joe's, and Saturday I'll go with Charles to Sam's and Aldi. So that's the plan anyway. And we are just having a fabulous Saturday here. I gotta run by the P.O. box real quick. So I think it's a package for Kate, so we'll let her open that. And let's see, what else do we got going on? The girls want to go skating tonight, so that might or might not happen. I haven't decided. Brooke is pretty wore out, and part of me just wants to just stay home, put on a movie, and have snuggle time. So we'll see what happens. But it is a beautiful day today, so we're gonna bust out our cleaning this morning. We're gonna get outside some. I think we're gonna try and do pie face today because we haven't done that yet. That was planned on Valentine's, but then, as you guys know, sickness hit us. So that's just how it works. But Luke is feeling so much better. Part of, though, when he gets sick is he gets scared. He doesn't understand sick is over. So now you can eat, you can drink, you're good, man. He doesn't understand that at all. So I tell him that. You can eat, drink, you're good, man, you're good. But he is scared. And it takes him a while. He has to inch his way back into eating and drinking. So he is drinking Sprite. That's like the only thing he's drinking, and water, Sprite and water. And he did eat some cranberry sauce last night. I showed you guys that because Charles got him to eat that. And he had I think a total of like a peanut butter sandwich. So each day it should get better and better. And then he'll get more and more energy. He came and got in the bed with us about 5 in the morning to cuddle. And he did go back to sleep, and he just now woke up. And I don't even know what time it is. Probably about 10 o'clock. It's my guess. I need to go look and see. Because we are so behind in getting stuff done. But that's all right. Oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock. It's 10:42. Insanity. So I need to make our big breakfast brunch going on here. That's got to start happening. So I think I'll do that real quick, and then we'll get into the cleaning, and I'll run to the P.O. box. So let's go and make some brunch real quick. I'm gonna start by popping 2 pounds of bacon in the oven. And this is 2 cans of the flaky layer biscuits. Something I would love is to have 2 stoves, so I could have 8 burners, 2 ovens. That would be so awesome. It would make my life so much easier. I think one day I will have that, especially as I have, like, who knows how many grandchildren when I have Sunday supper at G's house.
Putting on yours?
No. Put your shoe on, Chubji. How you do it? Ooh, look at there. Oh, good job. Yay. Yeah, feet hurt. Mommy fixed that part. Yay. You're the biggest boy I ever saw. Are you going on a walk with Mom? Why, did you make some yummy breakfast?
No.
All right, you making you bacon, so you go on your walk. When you get back, you can have some bacon. Oh, thank you.
You have to put on your jacket.
Okay, so on big breakfast day, which tends to be Saturday, it's a brunch. I make a ton of food, as I'm showing you. You know, 2 pounds of bacon, 2 cans of biscuits. I'm making a ton of hash browns. We're gonna make a ton of eggs. French toast. Bye-bye, Precious. He wants to go in the back, sis. And, come on, sis. And that way, whatever I have left over, I just automatically, really quick, put in wraps and throw in the freezer. Or if they're really hungry and eat it all, that's totally fine too, because I'm not planning on it. But I make use of the leftovers if I have it. So that's why it's such a big breakfast. Okay, so what have you gotten done? He made shelves.
Yes, I'm getting ready to do the bottom shelf. And so what I'm using, because this doesn't need to be beautiful, functional but not beautiful, is I'm using some of the subfloor that the neighbor from across the street brought.
Yes, y'all, we have neighbors moving.
Yes.
Like a couple of them, so we keep getting stuff, which is fabulous.
Sanded it lightly, seal it, paint it, it'll be fine, it'll look good. And I got the DVDs and videos up.
Oh, look at you.
I got rid of 2 of those totes. And that is what I've done for like the last
hour.
2 hours.
2 hours?
Something like that.
But I mean, he's, you know, cutting it out, sanding it down. It just all takes time. But this is going to keep stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
So the goal is I can actually pull this out if we ever do have a sump pump failure.
Because you guys
can
know
actually
we
pull this
had
out.
that before.
Yeah, I'm very paranoid about that.
Yes, we're paranoid since our basement was like underwater. So.
It's cold outside. It's warm once you're in here.
So any of you want to be our neighbors? Come on. We got people across the street. They're about to put their house up. And then we got new neighbors will be moving in, which we will meet right next door. And then directly across the street, we will have new neighbors. So, like I said, they're just giving us a little bit of everything. The ones across the street called Charles and said, come we got all this wood. We're getting out of here. So either we're going to chuck it in the garbage or come get it. So that's the subfloor and things like that he got. And he's like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll make use of it. And then next door, they even just brought us a bag of bird feed. They're like, we're not taking it with us because they're actually moving to another state because of his job and stuff. So that's what they're doing. And so anything that they don't want to take all the way to another state, which is quite a ways away where they're moving, then they are saying, come over and get it. We're leaving it with you. All right, I hear Luke having a fit, so I gotta go. 1 can of cinnamon rolls. Now, out of everything I'm making, this is the only thing Luke will eat. And it has to be Aldi brand. That's the only kind that he eats is Aldi brand cinnamon rolls. So that's why I'm throwing those in too. The kids will eat it anyway, but that way if he wants something in this big breakfast, he'll eat that. Something else I'm gonna make is something one of you suggested. I said, don't you ever make bacon gravy? Well, actually, I grew up on bacon gravy. So yes, I do, and I'm gonna make some of that and show you guys how to make bacon gravy to go with our biscuits and everything. So here's what you do. So all I'm gonna do is start with the drippings from the bacon pan. And then to that, just like sausage gravy, I'm gonna add flour. I'm gonna soak up all this bacon grease with flour. And I'm just gonna kind of brown it a little bit in this bacon grease. And then just slowly add a little bit of milk, stirring it all up. Get the lumps out. Add some pepper. The salt. And that's it. Just let that kind of just cook down, do its thing so it doesn't, taste like flour, it tastes like bacon. It's really good if you haven't ever tried it. It's scary because it's so lumpy at first, but it always smooths out. All right, back to everything else.
Call me out, tiger. Call me out, why don't you love? Lift me up higher above the clouds, won't you love? When the scenery is right, go right in. I wanna fall deep within. Don't leave me hanging just 'cause I'm too proud. Whisper away my outdated doubts. Somebody do me the courtesy, dress me down. I'm not that old yet I'm far too young to not stand my ground. Well, my ways
All right, here it is. Big brunch for today. So you got biscuits and some cinnamon rolls, French toast, eggs, hash browns, bacon gravy, and bacon. I had a whole lot of kids ready to dig in. And for the side, I just got syrup for like the stuff to go with it. We like honey and jelly with our biscuits too, and I've got some butter out in the butter dish. And then some ketchup for those that like that with their hash browns. Okay, I'm gonna call my crew because we're all hungry and ready to chow. I did get out some grape juice. I was gonna make sparkling grape juice, and I decided not to. I will just make that. I think we'll just do some water and I'll make that tonight. I think I'm just gonna do like pigs in the blanket tonight. Something super, super easy. But we'll see you guys in just a bit.
It's gonna be a fine day today, I can see. It's gonna be a fine day today, I can see. Gonna be a fine day today for you and me. It's gonna be a fine day today, just wait and see.
I don't think I would like the door one.
Hey, let's listen. Single are 1s and 5s. Single 1s and 5s are worth points.
So it's yes.
Other numbers count if you get 3 or more of the same number in a single roll.
So it's yes.
A single 1 is 100. It's got all of it. We'll just keep the little cheat sheet by us. Single 5 is 50. 3 1s is 300. 3 2s is 200. Basically, you're just multiplying it by.
No! I hate this game.
You don't even know it. It's called Farkle.
It's the baddest game
Hey, look at me.
that ever exists.
Whatever attitude issues you're having right now, you need to fix them.
So,
Or I'm going to put on my super goggles.
game.
Look, I got my super goggles on now.
We have all 6
And I can
die.
see through you. I see you like an x-ray. I can see all your bones.
Hey, Theo.
And your blood vessels. Someone stop!
Yeah.
You have to fix whatever issues you're having. You understand?
Got that feeling in your arms and knees, a kind of feeling where you simply freeze. Don't you worry, let me thaw you up, 'cause I think I know where you always stuck. You give
No, bunkers is not good.
My dad was
Okay, so Kate got a package today. So go on and open it. It's an early birthday present. How are you going bonkers? It hurt. And this is from Sonia.
You can help me. You want to help me? Yeah, mommy do it. Mommy do it. And then you see the bag. Oh. It's very cute. Thank you, Sonia.
So it is a bracelet. It's beautiful, Sonia. Thank you. She will love that. Alright guys, it is going on 8 o'clock. That means this video is going to get up kind of late probably. I'm going to go on and wrap this up because we have been playing just games and stuff. The kids just left to go upstairs. So I'm going to just put this together really quick. And we will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you for spending the day with us. Good night, everybody.